The temperature of your fry oil can make all the difference between serving crispy deliciousness and a greasy mess that nobody wants. Let's get into it. Now first let's talk about the optimal temperature range for your fryer. So the optimal range is going to be between 325 degrees and 375 degrees Fahrenheit, or 162 to 190 degrees Celsius. Now why is that? Because when you drop food into the fryer, we're going to cook the inside of the food by what's known as conduction, and we're going to crisp the outside by what's known as convection. So let's talk about what actually happens when you drop the food in. Right away, the water inside the food starts to vaporize and turn into steam. The water molecules want to escape. As you can see by the blue arrows, the blue arrows I've drawn here. The water molecules are trying to escape, right? But you have the pressure from the hot oil pushing against it. So that creates this barrier right here. This barrier allows the food inside to cook, while at the same time, the oil is heating up the outside. That's why it's important to keep it at these temperatures. If your oil is too hot, what ends up happening is the outside just gets burned and the inside doesn't have enough time to cook. Now, if your oil is too cool, then the opposite happens. The food just sits there and it takes too long to cook, so the food is just absorbing more and more oil and you're not getting that crust on the outside that you want. So you end up with wasted food and wasted oil. You know when you drop food into the fryer and you see all those reactions happening, you see all the bubbles and everything. It's not the oil boiling, it's all the air bubbles coming from the water in the food. So the water in the food turns into steam, it evaporates, and it comes out in the form of air. So when it hits the surface of the oil, the bubbles pop. And that's what creates all those bubbles on top. Now let's go over some ways you can manage this balance. First of all, always preheat your fryer. Don't throw anything in the fryer until the oil is hot and stabilized. Next, don't overload your fryer. If you put too much food into the fryer, it's going to drop the temperature, and like we talked about, that's going to throw off the whole balance. And also, you can check the thermostat on your fryer regularly, because even a small calibration can make a big difference. Now, over time, naturally, your oil will break down and you will have to replace it with new fryer oil. But there are ways to make your oil last longer. Matter of fact, there's brand new technology from Japan called BBFRY. Makes your oil last longer so you can maximize its efficiency and maximize your profits and not lose so much money on wasted oil. So let's look at what oil breakdown looks like. When oil molecules start to break down, it looks something like this, versus when they're aligned, it looks like this. All the molecules are lined up, ready to do their job. To me, they look like soldiers ready to go to battle. So when the molecules are all lined up, right, you can tell it insulates the food so it cooks it evenly. As it starts to break down, the molecule structure gets broken down and it looks more like this. The thermal efficiency isn't going to be as effective. The food is going to absorb more oil. You start to get that burnt oil smell. So with this Japanese technology, you put this BBFRY into your fryer and it takes the broken down molecules, the unstructured molecules, and it restructures them. But how can it do that? It uses what's called resonance waves. So this is BBFRY, the brand new technology from Japan. So you can hear inside, there's 4 ceramic balls inside. You drop this into your fryer, the oil gets hot, the ceramic balls begin to vibrate at a rate of over 50 trillion times per second. That vibration creates resonance waves. Those resonance waves move through the oil and they restructure the oil molecules and take it from being broken down to being aligned. Like I said, this is amazing technology. This technology was only available in Japan. Now it's available in the States for the first time. Our goal is to get it into every fryer because there's no reason that you should be overpaying for oil when you can make your oil last twice as long. You're paying $4,000 a month in oil costs, for example, and it cuts them in half. That's saving $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year you would save on oil costs just by using BBFRY and putting it in your fryer. So if you want more information, you can give us a call at 702-350-1778 or email us at info@bbfryglobal.com. Here's the website. Help us spread the word about this. We want to get this into every fryer. It's not only good for restaurants to be able to save money, it's good for customers because it lowers the calorie content of the food. It's good for the environment because there's less wasted oil. And not only that, there's less waste from the plastic containers that hold the oil that go into our landfills. So help us spread the word about BBFRY. If you have any questions, email us or give us a call. So today we learned why temperature is so important when you want crispy deliciousness. We learned how oil absorption works. We learned how to manage that balance, and we learned how to maximize your oil and prolong its life. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember, we're all in the business of hospitality. So let's treat people well, let's treat each other well, and let's make some money. My name is Brian. Thanks for watching. Until next time.